I got a Boer Root's dad's funeral today at 1:15, so I gotta get back and get changed and ready to go for that. So that'll be another sad day at the cemetery. Boy, there was some infant burials, the ones that were, like 6 months old or miscarriages or things of that nature.
That's sad.
Yes. But there was a whole series of funerals going on, and I've got 4 I'm doing this week total, and that's a small portion.
Yeah, what Milo does,
At least that's 700.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I'm around 100, but I don't really know. At some point they'll tell us, But you just keep plugging along.
Sure, you got a car wash in for this thing.
Get a car wash for all of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting the rust changed very well.
No.
I've got to get the courage to take our sink apart in the bathroom before it falls apart.
Your guys's?
Oh, you should. I should take a picture. Well, it's been worse before.
Yeah, I remember it was. I remember you rebuilt it
several times.
But I think you need to rebuild it like one we have in ours. I think.
I bought one. It's supposed to be at least as good or maybe better.
Oh.
It looks almost the same, only it's a mowing.
Oh.
It's just supposed to be better.
I always wish you just would put the same one we have in the kitchen in there. The faucet size,
but it won't.
It would be huger.
But the hole won't. It's an idea, and there's a good argument for it, especially if you put a quick disconnect for. Well, even better if it had a sprayer.
I don't really care if it had a sprayer on it, but just having a bigger thing that comes down.
But if it had a sprayer on it, the next time the toilet plugs up, you just turn on the hot water and let it run. You don't have to. You don't have to drop it in there. There's an argument for that. There's definitely an argument for that. But
I was just thinking it'd be a bigger thing so you can get the bucket underneath the thing.
Well, that would be easier too. But the one in the kitchen is crowded up again. I may have to take it apart again, and I really don't want to do that. But every time you open and close those valves, you wonder if it's going to fail. If it does, then you got a problem. You've got to turn around and turn off the main, replace the valve with some new valves. Hopefully it's not late at night when it fails. And then rebuild the stuff, and that's why every time I do that and I get by with the old valves, I'm going, good, got by with the old valves. But at some point, the new valves are going to have to replace the old valves. The good news, as long as they got PEX, it's easy to do. If they don't have PEX, it's hard to do. You got to do compression fittings or some other variation, which I've gotten pretty good with those too. The PEX is a whole lot easier. Hope they keep making PEX, because you say a line is bad and it's leaking, you cut it, you slam on a valve, pop it into position, turn the valve, it's stopped. But you got to have the valve laying around. I should probably have several of those laying around just in case. But I'd probably forget where I put them.
I don't know if it's my joint here.
Oh, I just drove by.
Yeah, don't worry about it. When we get up north, so we get air breakfast. Boy, my elbow area has just been bugging me, and it's radiating down in my muscles. It's really annoying.
Well, Joel...
If it's just arthritis or if it's something farther up.
I don't know. Joel has had a knee in the hip or something like that replaced. Now he's got a shoulder that needs to be worked on. I'm like, that's no fun.
I'm not envy that at all.
No.
After knowing how much me and Mom had to go through.
No, not fun. But
I'm sure it's all in our future at one point, but boy, golly, I really don't want it.
Carol, I think, from church has got 2 knees, I think, 2 artificial knees.
Well, remember Jim's wife?
Yep.
It messed up, and they had to go in and redo it again. Like a year after they got him in.
Ow.
I was like, I know, it would have been less than a year. I think it was like 6 months.
Well, it wasn't her fault.
They were slipping.
It wasn't her fault or the doctor's fault. It was a manufacturer defect.
I was like, I didn't think there'd be like a warranty on that thing, 6 months replacing. No, currently not.
Don't know. I don't know.
It's very, I hope your medical people should pay for it. I know mine won't.
Jeff, we don't know. Everything's changing.
No, I've read that. Well, as of now, from everything I've read, is basically nope. No, just give me some painkillers.
Well, yeah, that's the cheap one.
Yeah, that's the easier way. Yeah,
that's the cheap one.
Yeah, here's some painkillers. Take some supplements. You'll be good. Well, that's encouraging.
I have a feeling that that's in my future too, and I'm not looking.
Well, I was telling Jess, get the knee braces like I have. They're cheap. They help. They work. They help. It helps a little bit. It's even got like knee little cushion thingies, so if you have to bend down, it's got a little bit of a cushion. Not a lot, but it has a little bit. Might be better getting those bike pads to get on that, bike and stuff.
I don't know. They told me back in the early 80s my knees were dead, and the knees, probably because I sat down and worked at Sykes for 12 years and worked about 11 years at Delta.
Yeah, well,
that gave me time for the knees to recover some.
Yeah.
But every once in a while there's this big crack, and you go, oh, that's not good.
Or you just wake up one morning and the pressure changed, and that's what I worry about the winter time, because there's that issue too. I've heard now that you should pull your fingers like this, because it gives like traction, and there's less than doing the cracking.
Well, I'm not doing it.
And I don't know if that's true or not.
This
I heard from chiropractor.
I've done that and no.
Well, you only do it a little bit. You only give it like traction,
No. Anyhow, this works. For me. I'm not gonna.
Good point.
I tried some of that before. Body didn't like it.
Yeah.
But right now, my hips and my back are getting so bad that I have to stop doing simple stuff. When I'm bringing groceries in from the store, I've got to sit down.
Yeah.
I have to sit down.
Yeah.
Have to. Don't have a choice. If I don't, then what happens is the classic, okay, you're going to do it anyhow. Okay, so guess what? Not only is the back grumpy and the hips are grumpy, it's going down the left leg. Okay, now keep doing it. Now it's going down the right leg. Okay, better yet, you're still going, and then it starts rapid fire around your legs.
That might be your SI joint.
It is a whole bunch of things.
If you got fire going down both your legs, that's sciatica. But if you got the wrapping, it's probably your SI joint's fucked up too.
They said that it is problems in the back and the hips.
Well,
that's why I spent a number of hours in there. Well, not hours, but a while getting my hips x-rayed. And they put them in such interesting positions that when I got up.
What they really need to do is they need to do an MRI on your spine.
Well, they're doing that this week.
Well, they'll get an interesting picture of what's going on.
I've already had them before.
Yeah, well, they get them really detailed picture now of these new ones.
And he said, your whole back is toast.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I don't know what's the worst part of your back.
Yeah.
And I went, well, that's encouraging.
Well, like I said, it might be, when you after you get done running groceries like that, it might be worth just grabbing that heat pad that I have and just shoving it on your back.
If I could sit down for a while.
Well, that's the thing is it's got the infrared heat, so it's not like it penetrates deeper. It's supposed to help the muscles deeper.
I just have to stop. That's all I have to do.
I get it.
And wait. And if I wait, then I can do some more. I'd rather do that than be on all. I told Dr. Josie, I said, I don't want to be on all these nasty pain pills. I really don't.
I don't want to be on them either, but
no, I know.
Don't really have a lot of options.
I know, but I just told her. She says, well, I don't want to put you on stuff either. If I could put you on something different than that. And I said,
the Tramadol's not so bad, thankfully.
Well, I told her for right now, as long as I stop doing what I'm doing, and if it gets real annoying, I take 1 8-hour Tylenol. I can usually become functional again. If I don't pay attention.
My hip gives me a twinge, or it's not a very nice day. Sometimes a Tylenol's okay for it.
Oh, sometimes right over here.
Some other times where I've been grabbing aspirin back again now because other areas are hurting that the anti-inflammatory doesn't.
Well, see, what I did was when the cat bite was so swollen. I started taking 1 milligram aspirin a day. She said that may have caused a recurrence of your bleeding. And I'm sure it didn't help.
Really? I just think that would be so little of
but see, the stomach's unhappy, the intestines are unhappy, my hemorrhoids are unhappy.
But 81 milligrams of aspirin is so little.
But when you already have trouble in your stomach, I'm taking pills for my stomach now, trouble in the intestines, trouble in the colon, it doesn't take, on a normal day they're not happy. Do anything at all, and they're really not happy.
Well, I think it was all that lifting you did. It strained everything.
Yeah. Well, I think we're probably going to be going to surgery over that. He's talking about taking out 2 of the hemorrhoids surgically. Which will be more fun than last time. Last time wasn't any fun. But that's what he's talking about doing. Figure out which are the worst of them and remove them. And for a couple weeks, you're going to be...
There's a Christmas card.
Huh?
There's a Christmas card image.
Yeah. That could be. Anyhow.
Something nobody wants to see.
After
I apologize to my YouTube listeners.
Anyhow, it's going to take a month to be happy again.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when they carved the cancer out of my ear.
Yeah, thank God.
I couldn't wear a headset, couldn't this, couldn't that. Kind of like when you're going through the joys of cataract surgery, which is actually not bad, but it does become, because you got like
surgery.
8. It's pretty quick and it's not bad. But you just put your eye through a big trauma. Okay, now you got about 8 different bottles of eye drops you got to take, and it varies on what day of the week or what time of the day it is that you got to keep track of the eye drops.
Yeah.
That really, Carol was telling me that Larry had his left eye done. I said, oh yeah. Been there, done that. I said, well, what can I see now?
Other things.
To take the Taliban down, even though they like the Taliban up to a point.
Yeah, I'm not sure much about them lately.
But I think kind of the way it was explained when 9/11 happened, Colin Powell was Secretary of State. He said, boys, we're coming in. Now you decide if you're going to let us in here, or we need to take you out on the way to get to them. You just make up your mind which mood you're in. And this is right after 9/11. We're coming in.
Yeah.
That bank on it. We're coming in. Do you want to be part of the game or not?
We helped them during the Afghanistan thing.
Right.
So.
But what I'm saying is, the other thing was the option was we're coming.
Yeah.
And if you're in the way, you're going to have a problem. So you better be out of the way and on our side to some degree, or we'll have to take you out on the way to taking them out. It's kind of the way it was explained. The guy that was baby doc in Haiti, and he was running all his mouth about stuff and everything. Colin Powell went down and talked to him and said, here's the way it is. You see that window in your office? I can put a cruise missile on your desk right now, that quick. And he was like, oh, okay. That got his attention. Which I would think it would. The promise to send you a cruise missile for Valentine, you know. What a deal.
I'll sue you.
There'll be nothing left of your building.
Should have had a recorder going during that, and they aired that.
What are they going to do about it? What are they going to do? No, he's doing what Bush told him to do. call us for Host Fest either, huh?
No.
Not going to call us for anything, it doesn't sound like. Dan said they don't need any help. big steel beam, or concrete beam, pre-stressed concrete. Yeah, hugely heavy, I suspect. To hold how much weight? Hundreds of tons, probably. Like a railroad bridge type of thing. How heavy do you have to build them? A lot stronger than you think. Remember they moved houses down the road and stuff.
Yeah. Barns.
Yeah. Well, Huey was moving one of the big double-wide big ones over by Barry's house. And they came up one day and set it up. Next day it was gone.
They moved a really huge old barn. I'm like, boy, how do you get that thing prevented from falling apart?
Cross brace everything 15 different ways.
But boy, golly, they were talking about moving something that was bigger than the poor farm.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
A lot of jacks.
Yeah, a lot of cross braces.
Yeah.
A lot of horsepower.
With that one big mother truck they got. Big, huge mother. Yeah, I'm amazed every time I see it. I'm like, wow, they are great.
The weight on the road, oof.
Well, when they got to swing the traffic signal lights out of the way and the electrical wires, this is a big building. They had to hold up the power wires and and it only was a matter of
when they were doing that, they're moving those the base unit, the main unit, back when they were building the A380, and they were moving the wings. Yeah. They had to move in one piece too.
Well, the fuselage was the same way.
And they were going through these tiny little towns
in France, right?
And they still had the cobblestone roads.
Yep.
And they were like scraping people's they actually had to tear out people's pottery things on the side of their houses because it was scraping up against the housing. It was like, and they were far over as they could go. I mean, they were right up on the house. If that wing would have been any longer, they would have had to tear houses down
or put it on something else. But the 380's on its way out now.
They're wanting to build bigger.
No, well, I don't know about that, but I guess they're not going to build any more 747s.
Well, no, 747 is so old a design they're not going to build it anymore.
Well, the 747-400,
787 or 797.
Well,
but they're going for more efficiency.
Yeah. It'll be a 2-engine guy instead of.
They were talking about putting solar panels on the wings, not to power the thing, to augment some of the onboard power.
Okay.
Because think about how big that wing is.
Huge.
And if you embedded solar panels into the wing, you can collect a lot of power. To run lights inside or just supplement the APUs.
Extra weight at night.
Well, yeah, if you can lessen how much power is being used for the rest of the system, you can save fuel and battery power.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to trust it in the airplane.
Well, obviously you have backups and stuff.
Again, everything's changed.